We got it wrong and we've apologised for it. We support flexible workplace arrangements, and our plan, which was only ever targeted for the public service in Canberra, Labor's been able to create into a scare campaign, which is not what it was intended.
Opposition leader Peter Dutton has been hammered today on the campaign trail by journalists over his work from home backflip. Dylan, what would you say is the optics of this flip-flop?
We're a week in, and it's never a good sign for a political leader to be backtracking on policy that you announced in a budget reply 11 days ago. This is a really difficult position. He's clearly heard something. They've seen something in their polling, and we've seen that more broadly in the public polling that's come out since the election was called. The Liberal Party's lost 2 points in Newspoll, and in other polls they're showing that contest is going Labor's way each and every day. Now, that's a bad sign for an opposition leader that's already starting in the mid-50s on seat count and needs to get to 76.
And so, as you say, it's never good to have to backtrack on a policy that's, basically it's even though they've been talking about tackling work from home, been tackling cuts to the public sector in sort of real terms about how long this thing has been around for. A lettuce lasts longer in the fridge, I think, than this work from home position. But I guess, is the only reason that you would do this, take this drastic action because things aren't going your way, and does this represent hitting the panic button for the Liberal Party?
I'm not sure if it's exactly hitting the panic button. It's not a great sign, and I think there's clearly been some discussions going on in Liberal HQ over in Sydney for the last couple of days in the lead up to this. You've got a time frame now where Peter Dutton will be going to the first leaders' debate tomorrow night. He clearly didn't want this hanging around his neck because it was hurting him in the outer suburbs and with women. Two areas where the Liberal Party really needs to gain votes if it's any hope of getting back into government. This campaign's really interesting too because there's this dead zone in the middle of it between Easter and Anzac Day where a lot of voters are going to be tuning out even though polls are going to be open for early voting. So I think he needed to make sure this reset was out of the way as early as possible so he can refine his message over the course of the next week and a bit before we hit Good Friday and that Easter break.